Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our very first virtual holiday sale. Putting this together has been a Herculean task and a venture into unknown territory for us, and our thanks go to a small group of willing volunteers with Beth Mahaffey, our Executive Director, and Jeannie Furman, the indomitable master teacher and board member, at the helm. Traditionally, this is a happy evening where friends and supporters gather for champagne and canapés and a chance to meet up and to purchase exquisite and unique objects painted by the masters, teachers, and students of the Isabel O'Neill Studio Workshop. Though this evening obviously lacks the camaraderie and festivity of our customary annual event, going virtual has enabled us to reach a much wider audience. To those of you who are new to the work of the studio, we hope that you will discover how extremely special it is. In contrast to today's mass market and machine-produced items, each one of these objects has been carefully and painstakingly painted by a studio member in the tradition of the Renaissance craftsman, whose methods were researched by our founder Isabel O'Neill, who then reinvented the art of painting faux finishes using modern materials and paints. We sincerely hope that every one of you will find at least one piece that catches your fancy. We can assure you that whether it be a malachite box, a porphyry ornament, or a faux bois tray or picture frame, you will have acquired something that is a treasure that you can keep for yourself or give as a special gift to some other lucky person or family member. And if you happen to be in New York when things return to normal, you're welcome to visit us at the studio and perhaps witness a class and learn more about our craft. But meanwhile, we wish you successful shopping, an enjoyable evening, and a very happy holiday season.
Before we get started on the little tour, I wanted to have somebody here who'd like to say a few words to you, and Mr. Crane is sitting in his study, and there he is. And Mr. Crane, what would you like to say?
I'm Gary Crane of the design firm Crane and Ventolo. My partner and I, Robert Ventolo, have been going to the Isabel O'Neill Christmas sales for many, many years. Why do we go? We go because we like to buy things for our clients, our friends, our family, and everything is so beautifully done and well executed. So I recommend y'all go to the virtual situation that we prepared for you and buy. Please do buy. Bye-bye.
So in the dining room, there's this wonderful built-in cabinet done by the previous owner, which we've kept because it houses many things and none other than my collection of Isabel O'Neill apples that are gifts from the school when you are a patron. And I mean, just these are done all year long by artists in the school and given at the holiday sale every year. And one year I received one that is definitely my very, very own. As you can see, it's JAS. How fabulous is that? This cabinet used to hold the liquor, and in a secret cabinet, and that's where I keep my special little gifts I give as housewarming presents to dinner parties or weekends in the country or an unexpected birthday. And all of those are just awaiting new homes, and a nice thing to do at the sale is buy things that you can give as gifts. It's just wonderful. On my desk is a wonderful little piece. It's a little bowl painted by Lola. I'm a big fan of her work, and it's eggshell lacquer with these wonderful little dots painted on it just at random, and inside she did her variation of a Nurgur Nuri, and as you can see, it's practical for me because I store my paper clips in it. As we enter the living room, I will show you a piece that I absolutely adore, and it was rendered by none other than Jeannie Furman. I mean, it is just exquisite. At the holiday sale, there were actually a pair of these, and these little Chinese tables. I mean, the fact that they're rendered in such a unique piece is, in and of itself, one of the reasons why I bought it. But it truly is an unbelievable example of the talent and the work that the school represents. Well, I hope this video has inspired you to shop at the holiday sale. Don't forget to do the early session because things sell rather quickly. And don't forget to get a raffle ticket. So enjoy, have fun, and happy holidays.
Hello, and welcome to the Isabel O'Neill Studio Workshop. I am Marshall Watson, an interior designer who has been a fan of this studio for, now, 30 years. As an interior designer here in New York City, I seek out the most gifted artisans and skilled craftsmen for my clients, and none are more skilled or gifted than the artist of the Isabel O'Neill Studio Workshop. Isabel O'Neill single-handedly revitalized the art of the painted finishes in the 1950s. Not only New York's best-kept secret and one of our great national treasures, this school was founded on the educational philosophy celebrating the principles of the Renaissance Guild system. The enthusiasm here is palpable. The professionalism truly is profound. And every teacher here, believe it or not, is a volunteer. Does that let you in on the true passion that surrounds this studio? So today I am so excited to be interviewing some of these nationally renowned artisans of the Isabel O'Neill Studio Workshop. The first question that I have is, how did you actually hear about the workshop?
Well, Kate and I both work in the interior design industry, and the Isabel O'Neill Studio is extremely well known and well respected to everyone in the industry. And then Kate actually met.
I got to work with Kay Chard, who's an amazing trompe-l'oeil artist, and we consequently became good friends. And she is a teacher at this school, and that was the start of my journey.
So, Jeannie, during this period of mass-produced objects, how do you think that the Isabel O'Neill School fits in?
I think we fit in better and more than ever, because people are craving handmade things, one of a kind, things that nobody else has seen. I think that this sense of identity is something that we are filling a need for.
And it's particularly in these COVID times, this is a great time.
Now more than ever,
Now
absolutely,
more than
absolutely. And we've been teaching classes during the pandemic online that have been hugely successful. So we're going to expand on that, and which will enable us to continue at the studio.
And this sale is a wonderful example of what you all have achieved during these difficult times.
That's right, yes.
I've been here for almost 30 years. What do you think is the pulse of the studio?
Well, the pulse, to me, the pulse is what is the center of activity. And for me, that's the teachers. The teachers make it all happen. And their willingness to share knowledge, to show you how to use tools, the paintbrushes, the finishes.
Finding different ways of patinating the metal.
You mean you work with the other artists in the studio as well?
Absolutely. The other artists, the other teachers, and students. There's a lot of my gilding students, suggestions and ideas involved in this piece. So it really is a wonderful master's piece, and it's for the school.
In the springtime, we have a teacher who is developing our JADE curriculum to be taught on Zoom.
Great.
And she, again, is in South Carolina, so it's a good way for her to continue on with her work with the studio, even though she has left the New York City area and has moved to Charleston. So we will be developing other courses to be taught on Zoom as we
So even though people are separated, it opens up new opportunities for the school,
Absolutely.
because you can teach from everywhere and also learn from everywhere in the
Exactly.
country.
Exactly, which is an advantage of our situation at this point.
Making lemonade out of lemons.
Correct.
Thank you for being here today. There are so many beautiful objects here. I don't know how I'm going to resist myself buying all of them. But in any case, thank you for, this is an incredible school. It is an incredible experience. And we welcome you today. And please support us. We appreciate it during these times.
I'm going to start with the dog doorstop in porphyry, rendered by Jeannie Furman. And the recipient of this lovely gift is Kathy Leonard. And I'll move on to the box and malachite in gilding, rendered by Edward Schaefer. And the recipient of this lovely thing is Catherine Alverson. We're going on to the tray in tortoise and glazing, and it's rendered by Bernadette Tien. And the recipient of this piece is, oops, got too many of these here, Tia Chapman. And the last one is a frame in glazing and penwork, which is rendered, and gilding, which is rendered by Marietta Lederman. And Diana Samponaro is the recipient of this frame. There are many, many more things to shop for, so please go online and do your shopping. Thank you and good night.